Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to night 2 of what has already been one of the best wrestling pay-per-views I have ever seen. It is time for night 2 of the Regal Rumble. I'm your host, Silver Spoon, joined by a man who's going to get ready to see 30 men in action tonight. It's Captain Tibbs.
Damn straight, Sills. We're gonna finish this night 2 off right with a Regal Rumble, but we're gonna start it even better.
That is right, because of course we have already seen one Regal Rumble yesterday, the Women's Regal Rumble, which of course was won by Tiffany, a woman who, in my opinion, picked her spots in that match and picked them very well. But now we need to see who Tiffany could be going on to face at Wrestlepalooza for the JWF Women's Championship and a rematch for the ages, Tibbs, as our champion Val Curry takes on one of her biggest opponents right here in Aiyana.
Absolutely, Sills. Aiyana, she is the warrior princess for a reason. Pure athletic ability against Val Curry, daughter of none other than Momoa Curry. Val Curry, a pure striker with a little bit of godhood of her own. The resilience is unmatched in this company. But, Sills, this is something that we've seen before.
That is right. I mean, let's not forget, Val is definitely coming into this with a little bit of momentum on her side after seeing her father, Momoa, engage in what was, in my opinion, the greatest nautical rules match this company has ever seen last night in the main event against Scotty Moore. And Momoa earned a big victory last night. And you know Val is wanting to keep that momentum up and keep it in the family name tonight. But of course, before we can get the action, we gotta go down to the ring for a little bit of ring introductions.
The following match, scheduled for one fall, is for the JWF Women's Championship. In the left corner, she is the warrior princess, Aiyana. And in the right corner, she is your JWF Women's Champion, the goddess of the sea, Val Curry.
All right, Tibbs, and you can see Val Curry handing off that championship for what could very well be the last time. And once again, Tibbs, who the hell is this guy? Hold it high, Graybeard.
Doesn't even have a beard, Sills.
Well, I get hair and beards mixed up every once in a while, but if you want to talk about another big piece of momentum Val Curry has to go into this match, let's not forget what she was celebrating just earlier this week. 1 year with the JWF Championship. Of course, Val Curry winning it last year at Wrestlepalooza, March 28th, 2021. And now she's held that title an entire year, and I don't think she's giving it up anytime soon.
You're right, Sills, and what a year it has been for Val Curry.
That is right, facing off against the likes of Aiyana in the past, Phoenix Driver, Lucretia Pendragon, and unfortunately, it looks like Aiyana has learned a thing or two from all of those encounters she's had in the past, avoiding those knee strikes.
Absolutely, Sills. That's something that you gotta look out for. Aiyana has been learning and growing this entire year. She's had a whole year to watch Val Curry matches. She's had a whole year to study her opponent, and now that she has the chance, she has the opportunity to face Val in the ring, she's gonna use all of that knowledge she's gained against her.
That's right, but Val ducks behind off that suplex, and oh my God, look at the strength! What an electric chair drop! Taking the warrior princess down to the mat before. Look at that, a little Boston crab, but unfortunately, Aiyana right there in the ropes.
something you gotta watch out for. Aiyana, she's got long legs, long arms. You're gonna have to get her right in the center of the ring, or she'll be able to get a rope break from just about anywhere.
That's right, and it looks like that was exactly the plan Valkyrie went for, but the strength of Aiyana being able to flip Valkyrie out of that Boston Crab situation and now going to work on the neck of the champion. And if I'm Aiyana in this situation, this is what I've got to play to. Play to the strengths, play to the power that you have over someone like Valkyrie. Who now goes to the outside, but look at that. Bounces off the ropes and then, might have been going for a spear, but Aiyana, once again, that powerhouse just sends her to the earth with a shoulder tackle, but eats a Momoan punch for her troubles. 2. Kicking out at 2.5.
Aiyana's got such that power advantage, but Valkyrie, she's got those quick moves, the Momoan punch, she's got the spear. Those things can come almost out of nowhere.
That is right, and she nails it. 1, 2. 2 kicking out once again is Aiyana, but Aiyana has certainly had quite a fair share of spears in her day. If anyone would be resilient to one, I'm fairly sure it'd be the Warrior Princess.
That may be true, Sills, but I'll tell you, first time you take a spear from a curry and the 100th time you take a spear from the curry, it feels just about the same.
That's right. 1, 2. Aiyana nearly getting a 3 count off of that vicious hip attack that she likes to employ, but Valkyrie immediately working over the arm once again, and that is a wise move. We know Aiyana likes to employ that Bayonetta submission, and I think if you weaken the arms, it'll give Val a better opportunity to try to fight out of it in the future, but unfortunately, instead, she's about to eat a big powerbomb. No, instead, what the hell? Oh my God, Val going face first, down into the turnbuckle. What is Aiyana thinking? Went for a big spinning heel kick into the corner, but I don't know if she got all of it.
No, Sills, it looks like just a little bit short on that one.
That is right, but now Val getting sent to the outside, and that is the thing about the Warrior Princess Aiyana. Even if she does slip up, if she makes those small mistakes, she doesn't let it eat away at her. She always keeps the fight coming, but unfortunately, that's something the champ does just as well. 1, 2. Kicking out at 2 is, of course, the Warrior Princess.
Absolutely, Sills. You see, Valkyrie, she's got a lot to live up to still. She got a big legacy.
Oh my God! And that was a big leg straight to the skull, reversing that spear just by having her go straight into her knee. And now, here it is, the Bayonetta. She's locked in, but look at this. That's what I was talking about earlier. Valkyrie not letting her lock it in all the way, using that injured arm to just rip away before she could lock in the Bayonetta.
Yeah, absolutely, Sylvie. You saw that Aiyana had scouted that spear pretty closely earlier. So did Valkyrie when she scouted that Bayonetta. She was not about to be put in that position.
That's right, but she eats that dynamite kick, but unfortunately, Valkyrie right in the ropes, and that's one of those situations, Tibbs, where you gotta mentally make some assessments. Do you want to go for the pin right there and risk the rope break, or do you want to take him to the center of the ring and risk quite possibly losing that pinfall? But Aiyana almost lost the whole damn match off of that giant splash to the inside of the ring from Valkyrie.
Absolutely, Sills. This is a very calculated game in the ring here, especially when you have two opponents who have had so many matches together and understand each other's style.
That is right, and now what in the world is Aiyana thinking? She had a beautiful flurry of offense, and then, oh my gosh, a flurry into that cross arm breaker, trying to wrench onto the champ's arm, and this is a wise move on the part of Aiyana. She realizes that arm is injured. The Bayonetta can be easily reversed if Valkyrie can get to the arms, but if you're in a cross arm breaker, you ain't gonna be able to get to the arms that easy.
Oh, exactly. Your opponent's so far away, they're holding you down, just yanking at your arm.
That is right. And then Aiyana getting tossed to the outside once again, reversing that knee drop. And then, going after the arm once again of Val Curry as the Warrior Princess. And now these two ladies got to get things back into the ring, Tibbs, because that referee is a counting, and I guarantee he will not stop.
No, he's actually not one of our guys, so I'm not entirely sure if he'll probably just make a real 10 count.
Wait, hold on. Are you suggesting perhaps that some of our referees do not make 10 counts? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, my God!
50-50.
That is right. The crowd chanting, "This is awesome," as Val Curry just spears Aiyana straight through that barricade. But, the Warrior Princess playing possum.
Sills, I was expecting this match to get pretty violent, and here we're seeing it.
That's right, and then, wait a minute. Tries for the Bayonetta again. She's trying for it again, and Val Curry's locked in, but, once again, preventing it from being locked in. I know that is one of the biggest moves in her arsenal, but in my opinion, if I am Aiyana, I want to focus on those cross arm breakers and try to stop Val Curry from getting any momentum built up, but unfortunately, that momentum seems to be firmly on the side of the champ, who's backed up for it. Momoan punch, and that's all it's got. Oh no, Tibbs, that's Mrs. Money in the Bank. That is Karen Bush. Is she gonna cash in, or are we about to have a triple threat?
No.
Oh, great. I just come down to the ring. We know if there's someone who hates... Wait, no! Bayonetta!
Oh, my God.
Bayonetta! She's locked her in! Off the distraction by Karen Bush. Aiyana has the champ locked in, and she is forced to tap out.
The winner of the match, and new JWF Women's Champion, the Warrior Princess,
Well, Tibbs, like I said, it was a long year with that championship, and it looks like there is a showing of respect between the old champ and the new guard, as Aiyana is your champion.
Hey, JWF true believers, Captain Tibbs here for merch.alodapurebs.com. That's right, merch.alodapurebs.com. That is where you can buy all of our great merchandise from the JWF universe. Do you want t-shirts? Do you want more t-shirts? T-shirts with my face on it, with the faces of all the JWF superstars, our great wrestlers, anything. We got t-shirts, more t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, baseball hats, masks. You can even get a phone case. You can get a phone case with my face on it. You can get a phone case with the Jebeduk's face on it from JXD. You can get anything you want. Whatever your heart desires. Merch.alodapurebs.com. Powered by T-Public.
Now, Tibbs, we have had some matches that have been about prestige this weekend. Matches about winning the gold, about earning championships, about earning respect. But what we are about to see isn't about respect, isn't about championships. It is about a grudge that has lasted over a year between this man, Gozzie, and his opponent tonight, Blake Tanner.
Absolutely, Sills. We're gonna see. Just like any Gozzie match, the first two rows are now the splash zone.
That is right, and Tibbs, look at this Blake Tanner looking to take advantage real quickly with that steel chair. Let's not forget a couple of weeks ago on JWF Defiance, Blake Tanner used that chair to good use, taking out your son, Chuck Tibbs. And now it looks like he is putting it to use once again against Gozzie.
I believe Blake referred to that chair as a motivator.
That is right, but looks like now he's looking to finish things off against Gozzie right now. The crowd cheering along as Blake attacks, and like I said, this is a grudge match years in the making. Let's not forget Blake Tanner's early pinfall. Ooh, Gozzie kicking out. Blake Tanner's recent run with the JWF Captain's Championship began, I will say, almost entirely thanks to Gozzie. During that epic triple threat Heck and a Sec matchup, Gozzie, in my opinion, was set to was set to pin our current champion, the Dylan. He was set to make history and win the JWF Captain's Championship, but Blake Tanner at the last minute swooped in, got that pinfall, and earned the championship. And ever since, Gozzie has been seeking some sort of revenge, but it looks like the man known as the Bee is not going to give it to him.
Not at all, Sills. It looks like Blake is throwing everything he can at Gozzie.
Hold on. I was fixing to say, speaking of throwing, it looked like Blake was about to try to throw Gozzie off the side of our stage there, but instead, looks like the man known as the Nightmare is just dragging Blake towards that back Titantron and now just delivering some vicious kicks. But well, Tibbs, this match is falls count anywhere, and it looks like they are taking full advantage of that.
As we have gone fully backstage, don't look at that TV.
Oh, and unfortunately, Blake getting dropped right onto those wire guards before Gozzie, oh my God, attempted to just decapitate Blake Tanner with that steel chair.
It looks like Gozzie's doing a little motivating himself now.
That is right. Now, might be going after the knees. No, instead, possibly setting up for that bloody eagle, that vicious maneuver that has taken out numerous opponents. Ooh, Blake avoids that shot with the trash can before grabbing Gozzie, picking him up and dropping him down with the bee sting. Goes for the pinfall off of it. Referee getting in position. 2. Ooh, Gozzie kicking out at 2. All right, that's our referee. Don't know who the hell was in the ring earlier.
I don't know. Well, Sills, we're kind of messing with some space-time stuff here in this arena.
That is a fair point. And now Blake Tanner tossing Gozzie to this backstage area. And this is where things start to get dangerous, Tibbs, because underneath the ring, you'll find ladders, you'll find chairs. You got no idea what the hell you'll find back here.
Absolutely, Sills. This place is a maze, honestly.
That is right, and looks like Gozzie is searching for some plunder, once again grabbing that trash. Oh my God!
Right as soon as Blake Tanner entered the door, trash can to the head.
That's right, and now look at that, Gozzie just unceremoniously dumping Blake to the inside of this locker room area. Oh, before sending him straight into that TV, the Nightmare has become unhinged as he just drags Blake Tanner, once again sending him face first into that TV. What in the world is the golden jewel of the Whitney family thinking? Oh my God!
Blake straight into that TV.
Yeah, and with so much force that they broke the damn screen, Tibbs. Goes for a pinfall. I think you can count to 1,000. Getting into position. 1, 2. 2 3/4. Blake Tanner kicking out. And I'll be honest, if our referee was in position, I think that might have been all over but the hurting for Blake. But you got to think about that. That is one of the issues you run into with one of these Falls Count Anywhere matchups, is the fact that you got to take into account that our referees can't be everywhere and all the time.
And for some reason, they'll come into the room to count a pinfall, but they will not stay in it.
Oh! That is right, and Blake Tanner hitting that flying European uppercut. Oh, but Gozzie fighting back with a big elbow strike straight to the skull. And now it looks like Blake's dazed, but at the last minute managed to shove Gozzie away. I think Blake might be just working on fumes right now before, sending Gozzie straight into that little cubby before backing up. And what a super kick straight to the jaw. Falls into the pinfall, and now once again our referee. 1, 2. 2 3/4. Gozzie kicking out, and all right, just stay in the. All right, he's out. He does not want to stay in the room for some reason.
You know what? It's probably an old tradition or something. Refs not allowed to stay in the locker room for too long.
That is right, and it looks like it is a new day. Yes, it is, as Blake Tanner grabs that fire extinguisher, but Gozzie wrenching it out of his hands at the last minute, and was almost in position for the bloody eagle. Instead, just sends Blake down. Okay, camera, we're gonna need a little bit better camera work there, guys. I am a little bit sick.
Production truck's got to get their stuff together here. This is too important to miss.
That's right, and that bloody eagle did not miss as Blake just went skull first into concrete. Two and a half once again, and look at Gozzie. He is besides himself. He does not know what it is going to take out this man, but let's not forget Blake Tanner is a man who held the JWF championship for damn nearly an entire year. If anyone in this company knows resilience, it's Blake Tanner, who I think just knocked out Gozzie with a pair of brass knucks. 1, 2. Oh, once again, Gozzie getting that shoulder up, but Tibbs, that was not what I would call an emphatic kick out at all. I mean, Gozzie barely got the shoulder up. That was on pure instinct, but I was going to say Gozzie has been on a hot roll, and it looks like he has just been extinguished.
It looks like Blake is trying to play Gozzie's game a little bit here. He came prepared. Brass knuckles of all things.
That's right, brass knuckles, fire extinguishers, and now, I mean, there are ladders. Oh my God, what a crucifix bomb from the Nightmare. Ooh, Blake Tanner getting out of it before even a 1 count from the referee. And now sends him, oh my God, skull first into that corrugated steel of that door. And now it looks like Blake Tanner trying his best to get some sort of advantage off Gozzie. And there it is, look at the strength of the bee, who has just picked up the Nightmare. And now what in the world is he thinking, Tibbs?
I don't know, Stills, but these 2 men have... Oh!
That is right. Wait, what is Blake Tanner thinking? It looks like he is looking to do a little bit more exploring going through that door. And Gozzie giving chase, and Tibbs, they're in the damn crowd.
What? They've just gotten all around. They're going to beat the hell out of each other on every continent at this rate.
That's right. Goes for the spear. 1, 2. Oh, Gozzie nearly getting a pinfall off of that spear. And now, look at that. Gozzie just shooing away the referee. I think he was pissed that he wasn't in position for that 3 count. And at the end of the day, in a match like this, everyone's an enemy, even the referee.
Exactly, Sills. At this point, whenever you're in a match like this, you never know who could be right around the corner.
That's right, and Blake Tanner with a big back body drop sends Gozzie to the earth before, oh my God, just sending him into the side of that barricade before, was going for a backdrop, but Gozzie flips out of it, and now once again takes advantage.
These 2 men are just beating the hell out of each other, Sills.
That is right, and it is something that I think both of these men have been itching for a while. I mean, at the end of the day, Blake Tanner, not a guy who the JWF universe has always been a fan of, but as Blake Tanner has said recently, he is trying to be a good man. He is trying to resist some of those more violent urges he's had in the past, but when this opportunity for this match presented itself, I think Blake Tanner was more than willing to release a few demons in the center of the ring, use that motivator, and crack open Gozzie once again.
Absolutely, Sills. You can tell this. Oh my God.
That's right, Gozzie. You can see blood covering the hand of Blake Tanner, who now, oh my God, just stomps him skull first into that steel chair. And now one of the only Triple Crown champions in this company's history, Blake Tanner, looking to put the exclamation point on it. Bing! Blake out, straight down into the mat, goes for the pinfall off of it. 1, 2, Toad! Kicking out is Gozzie, Tibbs. I did not expect that.
Not at all, Sills.
Well, Tibbs, I'll say I did expect this. The man known as Big Cyrus Crane's music hitting, and it looks like he has got the attention of Blake Tanner. Let's not forget, Big Cyrus absolutely beat the living hell out of Blake on a recent episode of JWF Defiance, even earned a pinfall over the man, so you know Big Cyrus is most certainly in the head of Blake Tanner.
Absolutely, Sills. I would be worried about the possibility of him coming out, but it looks like it might have just been a scare tactic at this point. We don't know.
Oh, that's right, but Blake hits that power bomb, and once again, you saw Gozzie almost got that. Well, hold on. Gozzie kips up to his feet, but once again, Blake Tanner keeps cutting him off at the pass, and for the man known as the Nightmare, Tibbs, at this point with how much he has been through already, the brass knuckles, the fire extinguishers, and now These two vicious knees straight to the rib cage. I don't know what else this kid's got left in him.
I'm not sure. Sills, Gozzie has made a career out of taking punishment and dishing it back out.
No. Oh my God. Bee sting straight down onto that steel chair. 1, 2. Oh, 2 3/4. Gozzie kicking out. Tips, what's this kid made out of?
I don't know, Sills. Pure rage and a little bit of steel.
That's right, and now he is locked in that Blake Panther submission. You can see Blake just wrenching at that bloodied face of Gozzie. And Tips, I'll be honest with you, it feels like I am watching an old Blake Tanner match, an old JWF championship match, but ironically enough, it is Gozzie playing that part of Blake Tanner, of that resilient underdog at this point, which is something I don't think I had ever expected to see from the Nightmare, who just hits that neck breaker.
Completely turned it around in just a second, but Gozzie's got a lot of the ground to make up for.
That is right. Now Blake Tanner takes him into the corner. Might be looking for those double knees once again. No, sends him across the ring, but oh my God! Gozzie just slams him to the mat. Oh, but now Blake Tanner's got him up. What a power bomb! Holds on for the pin. 1, 2. Gozzie kicks out, but oh, look at this. Blake Tanner immediately turning it into a beautiful Boston Crab.
Just turning it all the way around. You can't get a pin. Try to go for the submission.
That is right. You see blood pouring from the face of Gozzie, who was fading, but at the last minute manages to get that leg out of the way. But look at that, Gozzie being forced to roll to the outside. Tibbs, the kid's got nothing left in him.
No, he's just, you can see he's exhausted. He needs a second wind. He needs something.
That's right, but unfortunately, it looks like Blake Tanner's the one who's reaching that second wind. Hitting that beautiful kick to the jaw, goes into the corner, big lariat, and what a bulldog. Straight into that Steele once again. 1, 2. Oh, 2 3/4. Tibbs, this kid is showing some spirit that I don't think we have ever seen before.
Blake Tanner, he's putting on a clinic, but Gozzie, he comes back from everything.
This man cannot be killed, and that looks like that is exactly the game plan of Blake Tanner right now, who is just annihilating him with that steel chair before, stomping away on the arm.
At this point, it looks like he's going to have to knock Gozzie out completely. He's not going to stop fighting.
That is right. Oh my God, Tibbs, just look at that bloodied face as he gets dropped onto the steel once again. My God. Goes for the pin. 2. Once again, Gozzie kicking out. And Tibbs, this guy has got to be working off just pure adrenaline right now. There's no other way this man is alive. Look at this. He is dead on his feet.
He is just woozy. I don't even know if he's aware of where he is.
Oh my God, look at this Blake Tanner now just delivering those forearm shots down onto the trapezius muscle, as it were. Oh my God. This is a violent side of Blake Tanner that I don't think we have ever seen before.
That is where you gotta go when you're in a match against Gozzie, but I think this is starting to get a little too violent for even Gozzie.
That is right, but wait a minute, sends him into the... Oh, hits that big reverse elbow strike. Calls the Gauze effect before... Oh, wait a minute, might be waiting to bounce off the ropes, go for a splash. Oh, and he hits a second one straight to the jaw. Oh, might have been trying to set up for a Boston Crab, maybe a sharpshooter, but Blake Tanner evades it once again, and unfortunately now, Gozzie once again out on his back.
Gozzie down again. It's just like he can barely even stand up at this point, Sills.
That is right, and Blake delivering that elbow strike straight to the lower back, but oh wait, Gozzie gets a little bit back in him once again, hits those big kicks back to the hamstrings, as it were. Oh, went for a drop kick. Blake Tanner manages to avoid it and then grab him, pick him up, bee sting out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, but
Oh wait. Looks like Blake wasn't done. He might have been going for seconds, but unfortunately it's allowed Gozzie to grab him. Reverse DDT.
Ooh, looks like Gozzie got a little bit more life in him.
That is right, and now might be trying to set up for the Bloody Eagle, but no, Blake Tanner won't let it happen as he once again plucks him up, goes for the power bomb. No, Gozzie floats over. He's got him rolled up. He's got him rolled up. One. Ooh, Blake kicking out at one.
Quick roll up. Gozzie's gonna need to do
goes for another roll up. One. Who kicks out? Tibbs, I don't think in the history of Gozzie's career in this company, we have ever seen him go for what I would consider roll-ups, sneak pins, quick ways to end matches. What we usually see is something like this. Oh my God, that arm breaker.
Yeah, Sills, although you can see maybe a little desperation on Gozzie's part, maybe a little bit of strategy.
Two. Oh, last minute kick out from Blake, who was forced to use that broke arm to kick out. And like you said, I've got to agree. I think Gozzie is in a very desperate situation at this point. In matches like this, he usually wants violence. He usually craves blood. But in this situation, all it seems that he is trying to do is get this pinfall, get that victory that Blake Tanner stole from him at Heck in a Sec just a few short years ago.
And you can tell Gozzie's got his fair share of violence in this match.
That's right, goes for the pin. One, two. Once again, Blake Tanner kicking out of that Goz bomb. And now you can see the tables turned. Gozzie now starting to get frustrated, having to deal with the resiliency of the man known as Blake Tanner.
Exactly, Sills. This is that is something that Blake Tanner made a name off of for a while, especially as the JWF World Heavyweight Champion. That resilience, that's going to be hard to beat. Gozzie's got a lot of it on his own, though, so it may just be a war of attrition.
He's backed up. Blake out once again, but wait. Oh, my God. He went for seconds, but Gozzie popped him up and dropped him with an SMG.
My God.
Straight down onto that motivator, that steel chair. 2, 3.
The winner of the match is a nightmare, Gozzie.
Well, Tibbs, after what was I will say a brilliant performance of violence from both of these individuals. Gozzie with that last minute reversal, a reversal that we have seen Blake Tanner's tag team partner Scotty Moore use multiple times, and it managed to get that victory. Well, I'll say arguably one of the biggest victories in Gozzie's entire career.
Yes, and he got that reversal. I don't think Blake was expecting it, but...
That's right, but it looks like Gozzie now trying to pick Blake Tanner up. Oh, great. Here come the JWF Tag Team Champions, Demon Inc. And now the Whitney family is just putting the boots to Blake Tanner. This is ridiculous.
Absolutely. So it's completely unconscionable. Gozzie won the match.
That is right, but it looks like they are taking out the punishment right here on Blake Tanner. They're chasing out the referee that we don't exactly like. But wait a minute. Tibbs and Scotty Moore. It's Scotty Moore, Blake Tanner's tag team partners, come down to the ring. And you know what they say never, because it looks like the BS are in the ring facing off against the Whitney family. But now we move on to our main event of the evening, the 30-man Regal Rumble. And it looks like entering in at number 1, Tibbs, is a man you know all too well.
Oh, here we go.
The following match is the 30-man Regal Rumble match, with the winner going on to the main event of Wrestlepalooza. Introducing first at number 1, the son of the captain, this is Chuck Tibbs.
Now, Tibbs, not for nothing, let's not forget last year's Regal Rumble, where this man competed for and won the JWF World Heavyweight Championship. Now, a year later, he's entering in at number 1. I gotta say, what do you think your boys' chances are?
It's hard for number 1, Sills. I mean, he's gonna have his work cut out for him.
You're not kidding.
Entering in at number 2 is your JWF Captain's Champion. They call him Crush Atlas.
Definitely gonna have his work cut out for him, Sills.
That's what I was fixing to say, Tibbs. When your boy came out to the ring, he is another individual, much like Gozzie, Blake Tanner, who I say has that resilience, has that aptitude to take on all comers and keep going. And in all honesty, that's the reason Blake Tanner utilized that motivator, you called it, the steel chair, a few weeks ago, was he wanted to awaken that side of Chuck Tibbs once again. That guy who could take on anyone and fight for his life and fight for championship gold. But Tibbs,
I can only hope he learned that lesson, Sills.
That is right, because he is going toe-to-toe right now with our captain's champion, the man known as Crush Atlas. And Tibbs, let me tell you something. This guy, I don't think I've ever seen anyone come into a company like Crush Atlas and impress and become a fan favorite, I will say, as quickly as he has. And Crush quickly living up to his name, putting the boots to Chuck Tibbs.
Crush's explosive style. He's got a great look. He's got a great wrestling ability. He's a total package almost.
That is right. And unfortunately, you can see Chuck just eating all of the punishment that Crush is throwing at him while we eagerly await our third entrant into this matchup. It looks like Chuck finally fighting back. Oh, and Tibbs. This is a man who I don't think we have seen much of in the JWF lately. The Wolfman known as Fenrir. But wait a minute!
What?
Looks like Crush Atlas was trying to clothesline Chuck out of the ring, and a low bridge at the very last minute allowed Chuck to send Crush to the outside. But unfortunately, I think he did not realize that right behind him was a Wolfman.
Good move on Chuck's part. Use your opponent's momentum against them. Sucker him in. But then again, you gotta fight Fenrir right as you turn around. That's bad.
That is right. And even worse is this man entering the ring right now. The devil himself, Randall Crowley, a man who Tibbs we thought was dead. And then you apparently decided to reach down into the belly of hell itself and pull him back kicking and screaming.
He was kicking and screaming because he wanted to come back, I promise.
That is right. And now we eagerly await our fifth entrant into the matchup as Chuck Tibbs gets back to his feet. Oh, and Tibbs, this is a man who we have seen in the J1 tournament lately. A man who, ironically enough, is the man Chuck Tibbs defeated for that JWF championship at last year's Regal Rumble. And now you know there is no love lost between those two individuals, but it looks like Randall Crowley's not even gonna give him an opportunity for revenge.
It kind of looks like it. We are now in Flavor Town, ladies and gentlemen.
That is right. And of course, let's not forget Chuck Tibbs and Guy Fieri, also both participants in this year's J1 tournament, one of the biggest tournaments we've ever had. Where, of course, 6 former JWF champions, 6 former JXT champions fight in their blocks to determine who will be number 1. And, of course, we know the winner of Block A and Block B are going to face off at this year's Wrestlepalooza as the demonic one known as Croc enters the ring.
This is just such a stacked early Rumble right here. You got some real big names.
That is right. And Tibbs, once again, this is why I was talking about that resilience of your boy Chuck Tibbs, because he is currently in the ring with, I would say, 4 Goliaths. And he is the lone David desperately trying to survive.
Right, so there's a lot of beef in the ring right now.
That is right. Now we enter to number 7. Who can it be? All right. Anyways, looks like Chuck's backing up, going for something big, but Guy Fieri stops him at the pass as Rat Boy Connor goes after the Wolfman.
Wolf versus Rat. Tale as old as time, I suppose. Is he I didn't know he was still employed, Sills.
He apparently is. We drag him out for the Regal Rumble every year and then don't really book him for the rest of it, but sometimes you just need a warm body, Tibbs.
I know that all too well, Sills.
Oh, and Tibbs, this is a man we know all too well, the former JWF Tag Team Champion himself, the man known as FOMO-san. But it looks like he has not come back to the JWF for tag team action. He's come back for some singles gold.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is right. You see FOMO now getting in the ring. And now this is what I call a Regal Rumble, Tibbs. Look at the meat slapping back and forth.
I can hear it all the way from over here, Sills. This is just a car crash.
And FOMO-san doing some quick eliminations, taking out Rat Boy Connor to the surprise of literally no one. But unfortunately, now FOMO coming toe-to-toe with Randall Crowley. And entering in at number 9 is a man who has impressed lately, the man known as Funky Flossie, who at last year's Regal Rumble defeated Scotty Moore in an epic nautical rules match. And it looks like he is looking to be a shock, a bracket breaker, you could call him, because he's going after Chuck Tibbs, and he eliminates him.
Oh, sorry about that, Chuck. Sometimes resilience just doesn't cut it.
That is right. And now, hold on, wait a minute. What is FOMO-san thinking? Oh, might have been trying for an elimination. Meanwhile, it looks like Croc. Oh my God! Say hello to the evil guy. He just slammed Guy Fieri down with authority.
And Guy Fieri, he is not moving. He's just barely getting up.
That is right. And now, looks like Randall Crowley, with a big spine buster. Maybe trying to eliminate the King of Flavortown before he can get any momentum built up. As we now await our 10th entrant into this matchup, and Tibbs, we've only had a few eliminations at this point.
We got a pretty full house still up here, and it's time for the dragon to come home to roost.
That is right. Our brand new JWF Defiant Champion hits the ring like a house of fire, and the dragon showing he can fly as he takes out the King of Flavortown. A quick elimination for the Defiant Champion.
Almost immediately, Sills, Falcor swooping in.
That is right. Meanwhile, you can see Funky Flossie and FOMO-san going after it in the corner. And FOMO-san eliminated off of a big super kick. Meanwhile, looks like Croc eliminating Fenrir on the other side. Tibbs, they are dropping like proverbial flies.
Absolutely, Sills. I mean, it looks like Falcor might get another one here with Croc.
That is right. You can see Funky Flossie seeing these two monsters going at it and wisely staying on his own as the JWF Tag Team Champion. One half of Demon Inc. enters the ring, Alistair Bateman, who I guess Alistair, you could say, already has had a bit of a workout after that assault on Blake Tanner after his match earlier.
He's just warming up, apparently, Sills.
And unfortunately for everyone else in this match, guys like Alistair Bateman, Sami Zayn, even Gozzie, I gotta say they are in the most dangerous positions, but it looks like Falcor taking care of Bateman relatively quickly. Because like I was saying, Bateman, Demon Inc., Gozzie, they're all members of the Whitney family. And in the Whitney family, it is one for all for one, as they claim. So, you know, in a match like this, we usually like to say there are no alliances, but I think Lawrence Whitney has made sure that there are going to be 5 men working well together.
Oh, yeah, Sills, but that's the thing. They got to be all in the ring at the same time to work well together.
That is right. You can see Croc once again going after the Dragon Man, who went for a big boot, but unfortunately, Falcor reversed it. But now, coming down to the ring is a man we have not seen before. Last year's Summerfest, another former tag team champion himself in Danny Roanoke. And Tibbs, I'll be honest, if there's one person I know he is itching to get his hands on, it has gotta be Demon Inc. So I guess he is a little bit of miffed to see Alistair Bateman eat that early elimination.
But on the other hand, maybe it makes his job a little bit easier.
That is right. I mean, let's not forget, usually in this company, oh, wait a minute. Oh, Croc eliminated by Funky Flossie. Funky Flossie seeming to be on a roll tonight, but as I was saying, Danny Roanoke technically and his tag team partner Hollywood Hulcher never lost the JWF Tag Team Championships. They were assaulted. They were beat down by Demon Inc. And it looks like that he's getting beat down right now by a dragon and a funk master.
Sales Danny Roanoke, he came in, he just got caught in the middle.
Oh, and now he's got caught by the dragon who drops him with that code red power bomb. And now walking down the ring is a man who has quite the history with Falcor, who hits a beautiful blue dragon bomb. Let's not forget this man, the Witcher, they call him, Malcolm Belmont, likes to hunt the demons of the JWF, and he definitely considered Falcor to be one of those demons.
You don't understand. He's such a nice guy, Falcor.
That is right, and it looks like he is taking it to Malcolm Belmont. The hatred between these two individuals knows no bounds. Oh, and he just sent him straight into that corner, but I think he may have just inadvertently helped Danny Roanoke out of that almost elimination by Funky Flossie, but he hits the dragon kick for good troubles.
Knocking the Witcher right in his face.
That's right, but Funky Flossie now eliminated by Danny Roanoke as Big Cyrus Crane enters the matchup and immediately just flexes for the crowd.
You can see Cyrus did not think he was in any danger immediately. He got a chance to just go off.
That's right, looks like him and Danny Roanoke just watching this chaos unfold. And now, oh, wait a minute. Oh, Danny with a big back fist to Cyrus at the last minute. I mean, at the end of the day, Big Cyrus is also a member of the Whitney family. You got to think a little bit of that grudge towards Demon Inc. extends towards Danny Roanoke. But unfortunately now, Big Cyrus Crane has strength in numbers as Sammy Sin, the other half of Demon Inc., gets in the ring.
Demon Inc. The whole Whitney family, if they get enough people in here, they could just run wild over this ring, over this Rumble.
That's right, but unfortunately, it looks like Malcolm Belmont trying his best to not let that happen, going after Big Cyrus Crane, and now look at the strength of Belmont, being able to just lift Cyrus over his head, but not able to hold him for long.
That's not quite Big Cyrus. He's got a lot to move, to tilt like that over the ropes. You're not going to be able to do it unless you have a great show of strength. That's
right, and as Cinder the Punch Boy enters the ring, a man who is no stranger to winning Rumbles. Let's not forget he won our developmental Rumble last year. Oh, and he almost eliminates Cyrus right there, but Tibbs, I don't know if you noticed that earlier, Big Cyrus, well, Sammy Sin eliminated by Danny Roanoke, so I guess the point I was going to bring up about that double drop kick not really mattering now because Sammy Sin has been eliminated.
So is Malcolm Belmont. He just went out as well.
Oh, and Tibbs, here comes a man who purports to be a fan favorite. The man known as Shitty Terry, who enters the ring and immediately hits a big bulldog. I don't think Terry can even see clearly. He's on so many fight drugs, and he's just going after whoever he can, and he's looking to take out Roanoke, and he just tosses him to the outside.
I don't think Shitty Terry knows where he is right now, Sills, but I don't think it really matters.
That is right. As long as he can fight, he can win. And it looks like that's exactly what he is trying right now. Shitty Terry has got quite some experience with the man known as Buddy coming down to the ring. Buddy, of course, being Shitty Terry's sponsor. Quite possibly the worst sponsor in the history of any type of drug recovery program. Meanwhile, Cinder being eliminated by Falcor the Stoppable, and Buddy nearly eliminating Cyrus.
Oh, Buddy's come in like a house of fire. You know, he's really improved a lot over the last few months.
That is right. Let's not forget his career was in major jeopardy last year during the Highway to Hell tournament. but he managed to defy the odds and win it all. And speaking of someone who has been defying the odds lately, here comes somebody who I am excited to see in this Regal Rumble ring by the name of Kid Bandit. Let's not forget a recent episode of JWF Defiance. Scotty Moore put his chance in the Rumble against Kid Bandit, and Bandit came out on top, and that's why they are here tonight.
Bandit, they had a great match with Scotty Moore. Really showed what they could do in here, and here we see it. Kid Bandit, the protagonist of professional wrestling, fighting a dragon.
That's right, but the dragon fights back, and it looks like he's going for an elimination, but oh, Tibbs. Here's a man Kid Bandit knows all too well. You can almost call him the child of the bandit, Lord Beezus, heading down to the ring. We, of course, know he won this opportunity on the latest episode of Developmentally Unstable, and I think the crowd is going crazy for him.
You gotta give props to the Beezus.
That is right, but looks like Falcor going after the Bandit once again, trying his best to eliminate him, but Beezus in the ring, and goes after Big Cyrus Crane almost immediately. Meanwhile, Kid Bandit has Shitty Terry on the ropes, trying to knock him over, but wait a minute, Buddy, the ultimate betrayal, assisting the Bandit on attempting to toss out Terry.
I can't believe this. I never thought I'd see a team up like this against Shitty Terry.
That is right. Meanwhile, now Beezus in the corner, but Big Cyrus just tosses him over the side. And I gotta say, I don't think Kid Bandit's happy about that, because he's immediately going after Cyrus, but he gets knocked down for his troubles as in enters the man known as Hollywood Hulcher, another guy we have not seen in a long time.
Well, Sills, I know that I'm just heavily disappointed seeing Beezus go out like that.
That is right, but Kid Bandit taking out Terry, as now Falcor just nails that dragon kick straight to the skull of Buddy before,
Buddy's dead.
Almost tossing him fully to the outside.
Buddy caught onto that rope at the very last second, and he is not letting go.
That is right. Meanwhile, Bandit with a beautiful Hurricane Rana takes out Hollywood Hulcher. Well, the former Defiant champion, AJ Steele, makes his way down to the ring, and he's brought it up recently, Tibbs. Let's not forget, a few years ago, AJ Steele was one of the final two in the Regal Rumble. Of course, the one that was won by Momoa Curry. And Tibbs, let's be honest, for the longest time, AJ Steele really held his own against the god of the JWF.
Yeah, that is true, Sills, and he proved that he can still hold his own, being Defiant champion. You got to think, if he and Falcor come to blows, is that going to have any effect on how they fight in this match? That is right. Meanwhile, Hollywood Hulcher eliminated by Kid Bandit, who's going after Shitty Terry, as the man known as Robert Hill. AJ Steele taken out by Big Cyrus. Tibbs, Big Cyrus has been on a roll in this matchup. Sills, actually, Big Cyrus, Falcor, they both got a lot of eliminations under their belt in this match. And meanwhile, Buddy was, of course, eliminated by Falcor, who tossed him out earlier as well. And now Kid Bandit stuck in a corner with a Goliath approaching him in the form of Big Cyrus, who just levels him. Meanwhile, Robert Hill has been picked up and dropped with a shitstorm. Robert Hill coming straight into this match only to get hit by the drug-addled brain of Shitty Terry. That's right, nearly gets eliminated by the dragon, but wait a minute, Kid Bandit, Big Cyrus! Cyrus eliminated by Terry! Shitty Terry just eliminated Big Cyrus Crane, That is right, and now it looks like he's going for doubles on Falcor, but the dragon reverses into a DDT as Robert Hill grabbing Kid Bandit by that beautiful hair, trying to go after the pro tag of pro wrestling. Bandit's in a tough situation right now. That is right. And so is Falcor. That is right, but Robert Hill, tossing Bandit to the outside, and you know the crowd does not like to see that, as the man known as Bacula enters the ring going after Falcor. You can see Bacula, Falcor, they fought together a few times in JXT. Real lot of JXT reunions in this match.
That's right. Wait a minute. Robert Hill has Shitty Terry in the corner and, just dumps him to the outside. But wait a minute. Falcor almost scores a quick elimination on Robert Hill. And Tibbs, let's not forget, Robert Hill, ever since the beginning of the J1 tournament, has been on quite a losing streak. Almost the exact opposite of what the situation last year. The man was nearly undefeated for over 300 days, and now he has not been able to buy a victory.
Oh, no, absolutely. So you can see a fall from grace. Almost.
A fall from an even greater height just then. Chuck Gibbons dropping Robert with that Olympic slam.
So every now and then somebody like Robert Hill comes along, somebody who is just so massively impactful that it forces everybody to change their styles. It takes a bit to catch up. It looks like everyone's kind of caught up to Robert Hill.
That's right, but now coming out is a man who luckily, I think, has had at least a little bit of time to recover from that Falls Count Anywhere matchup. But you got to think Gozzie cannot still be at 100%, but he immediately goes after Falcor. You know Gozzie, as far as these JXT originals, guys like Falcor, the Jebeduk, eliminating Falcor almost immediately is Gozzie. You know Gozzie always wanted those spots to be the top guy in JXT, to be the top guy in the JWF. And I think he's going to be taking that out today on whoever he can. But now we're awaiting number 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's the Hammerman. The Hammer returneth. The Hammerman returneth. The Hammerman's got a hammerhead. Hammerman's coming back. He's going to win the Regal Rumble. He's going to be the Regal Rumble winner 2022. Hammerman's coming back, baby.
Well, Tibbs, I kind of suspected it earlier when we saw his former tag team partner, Thomoson, return. But it is true, the Hammerman has returned to the JWF. And it looks like he's immediately going after Chuck Gibbons because, let's not forget, Hammerman has been away for a long time, and the landscape of this company has most certainly changed in the meantime.
But has a man's skull changed to where it can take a hammer to the head and survive? It has not, Sills.
That is right, and it looks like he's immediately going after Robert Hill as the man known as Mark Plays enters in at 28. And let's be honest, yesterday Mark Plays put on one hell of a performance against the current JWF champion, the Dylan. But he came up short, tapped to that Anaconda Vice at the last minute. But if he can manage to get the victory in this Rumble, we may be seeing Mark Plays Dylan 2 at Wrestlepalooza.
Yeah, but so now that the Hammerman's in there, those chances have drastically gone down. I mean, you look at him, he's in prime physical shape. He's already taken Mark Plays to the ropes.
That is right. And now Gozzie, once again, continuing his tirade against some of the biggest names in JXT, goes after Robert Hill, a man who certainly was a top guy in this company for the longest time, and Gozzie eliminates him.
Oh, Gozzie's going on a tear right now.
Oh, and here comes a man who, Mark Plays cannot be excited to see. The man known as Mega Ran. I mean, at the end of the day, Mega Ran was one of Mark's first mentors in development. He was one of the first guys who took Mark under his wing, and then when Mark won the JXT championship, it was almost he left Mega Ran behind, he left the fans behind, and ever since, Mega Ran has been seeking for some retribution against Mark Plays.
Hopefully Mega Ran will get his shot at that by winning the Regal Rumble, but it's a real who's who in here right now.
That's right, and if you really want to know who's who, look at number 30. The final entrant, the man who won an epic Cananza a few weeks ago for this opportunity. In at number 30 is none other than the Jebba Duck, and it looks like he's immediately going after Mark Plays, and knocks him to the outside. Jeb wasting no time, but unfortunately you can see Jeb's tag team partner Bacula eliminated. Goes after Gozzie too, and Gozzie is hanging on with everything he's got.
Unfortunately for Gozzie, though, it seems like everyone's attention shifted. Gave him time to get back into the ring.
That is right. And now, Tibbs, we're down to our final five. One of these men will be main eventing this year's Wrestlepalooza. Chuck Gibbons, the man who holds the cash in the bag briefcase. The Jebediah, Mega Ran, Gozzie, and the Hammer Man, who just hit that beautiful spin kick straight to the jaw of Gibbons.
That's it. Take a little ball peen to the face.
That is right, and it looks like he's going to be trying to take him out right now. What is Hammerman thinking? Oh my God, just suplexes Gibbons to the outside, and the Hammerman has eliminated Gibbons. We are down to 4.
What an emphatic gesture. Him eliminating Chuck Gibbons with a suplex.
Oh, and then hitting a beautiful face buster, and Tibbs, the Hammerman, is the only man standing right now.
Hammer time, baby. We're going to do it. We're finally going to do it. Hammerman champion for 100 years.
Beautiful backbreaker, too, taking out Mega Ran. Meanwhile, Jebediah and Gozzie going after one another. And like I said, Tibbs, there is no love lost between those two individuals. Ooh, but Jebediah now turning his attention to the Hammerman.
Oh, now this might be trouble for the Hammerman. I don't know how much a hammer will do against the Jebediah's face.
Look at the strength of Gozzie. Oh, my God. Oh, wait, but I think he tried to slam Mega Ran to the outside over the top ropes, but I don't know if you just noticed the agility of Mega Ran managing to jump over the head of Gozzie, reverse into the back, but now he's finding himself in the grip of the Hammerman.
The hammer's claw is hard to break yourself from, Sills.
That's right. Meanwhile, Gozzie now in a very dangerous position. You got to think after what he had went through earlier, now he has got the Jebediah just stomping away on his chest. But Mega Ran, oh my God, eliminated by the Hammerman, and we are down to 3 with only one of these men going to be able to main event this year's Wrestlepalooza. Ooh, went for the hammer boot and just connects with the Nightmare.
Oh, Hammerman is on a tear right now, Sills. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling the energy.
He's not done. Hammer leg drop straight to the skull of Gozzie. Hammerman picks him up, looking to finish things off, but no, Gozzie fights back, and now, wait a minute, Jebediah!
What?
The Jebediah eliminating the Hammerman at the last second. He was distracted with the Nightmare, and now it is the Jebediah or Gozzie.
Jeb, how could you do this to me?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Tibbs, I said it once, I'll say it again, there are no allegiances in a Regal Rumble matchup. And now both of these men going after one another. The history between both of them. The Jebediah, a man who at the end of the day, in my opinion, was the face of JXT, the face of developmental, a place that Gozzie always wanted to be, but never managed to get there. The hatred between these two men is palpable as Jeb looks to be setting the Nightmare up for it. Tibbs, can we see it? Duke a whirl! The move that pinned the JWF champion, the Dylan, and then he, tried to toss him to the outside, but Gozzie's holding on. Gozzie's holding on with everything he's got. That resiliency once again coming into play.
Oh, but Gozzie, it's not. You can tell he's already taken so much punishment. He is at his wit's end. Gozzie is holding on with everything he's got left.
That's right. Hits a big strike just straight to the knee of Jebediah, forcing the release, and then hits a big boot before. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, Jeb plucks him out of midair, puts him up on his shoulders, and then slams him to the mat. And might be set up once again, Tibbs. Set up for that Duke of Whirl. Will he hit it again? Oh, no, instead just tosses him over. Wait a minute, no, Gozzie. He's got him. Reverse DDT.
Ooh.
And it looks like Gozzie not looking to end things quite yet. Instead, he is wanting to make sure that Jebediah is knocked out and taken out. Bloody Eagle.
Oh,
and this
could be this is coming down to the wire, Sills.
And this is all the Nightmare's game. But wait a minute, Jeb reverses, clothesline.
The winner of the match, headed to the main event of Wrestlepalooza, is the Jebediah Duke.
Well, Tibbs, he fought valiantly, but at the end of the day, JWF always came in at number 30. He always had that slight advantage. But I think in another universe, we may have just seen the Nightmare win the Regal Rumble, but instead headed to Wrestlepalooza to challenge the Dylan for the JWF Championship is the JWF.
Oh, Sills, we could be in for a hell of a Wrestlepalooza match here. The World Championship, JWF versus the Dylan.
That is right, but we still got to see the fallout from this, so tune in to JWF Monday Night Ignition and, of course, JWF Defiance. But until next time, he's been Captain Tibbs, I've been Silver Spoon, and this has been the Regal Rumble, and we will see you next time.